Today, I'm in London at the prestigious Emery Hotel in Knightsbridge for the world-famous Dominique London online cigar auction. From London to Tokyo, Dubai to Hong Kong, collectors have already logged in, watching, waiting. This is the moment where the rarest Cuban cigars on earth change hands. And for me, the stakes couldn't be higher. Lots 360 and 399 are from my own personal collection. Cigars I've had the privilege of acquiring throughout my own personal journey. And in the matter of hours, they'll belong to someone else. So light one up with me, because in just a few moments, my private collection, along with over 600 other lots, step into the spotlight. Whatever happens next, one thing is for certain. Some of the most coveted cigars will change hands and find new homes in far distant places around the world. Thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure.
What an incredible scene for today. To be here at the Emery in this incredible lounge and bar, panoramic views of what has to be literally all of London.
It is indeed. 360 degrees between the rooftop bar and the cigar merchant that we'll see shortly.
Well, what a great place to begin. We've got some exciting things that lie ahead of us. Lots up for auction today. And we've got a few special ones that we're following, two of mine, and some museum pieces. So we've got a lot on the line. I think it's only proper that we have something to calm our nerves first. So what would you recommend?
Well, can I offer you one of my favorites and one of the most popular that we have in the cigar merchant, and that is a Rosita. Similar to a Negroni, but it uses tequila instead of gin, and then to balance out from the extra sweetness on the tequila, we add just a touch of dry vermouth as well.
Really? Okay. I've never had that before.
That's right.
So Dominique, what are you looking forward to most today?
The auction, of course. And to smoke a cigar with you.
Yes. Well, it's what it is that I love most about London is, the trifecta, as I call it. Great cigars, great company, and beautiful locations to smoke in. And it doesn't get much better than this, I think. Look at these ice cubes.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic. Literally no detail overlooked here.
Nothing at all. Yeah, we like to make sure that everything's perfect.
This is a real treat.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
To the auction?
To the cigar auction, to my lots.
Yeah.
To the Boulevard Centennial.
And to a beautiful end of the year.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's incredible about an auction is, you walk into a cigar shop, right? Even a cigar shop like Dominique London, one of your casas, you've got the widest selection of Cuban cigars really available anywhere.
Yeah.
But the beauty of auction is that not only are you able to access the current Habanos portfolio of current production, but you're able to reach back in time to really the entire history of Cuban tobacco.
Is there.
And we think of that Boulevard humidor we saw yesterday, one of one. A moment in time, the 2002 auction, 100th anniversary of Boulevard, to be able to somehow, maybe even kind of transport yourself back to that moment at auction. Yeah. Maybe you missed it, maybe you're like me just beginning in your journey, but 25 years later, to be able to go back and say, I always dreamt of that I'm gonna finally get it for myself.
Nice,
It's fun. This
for
is
me,
part
it's
of the beauty.
like when you walk through the auction, it's like walking through a museum. It's like time lapse in the cigar history, in the Cuban cigar history, and then you see all those cigars that in the beginning that we started 25 years ago. Then they were there already, some cigars, and then you don't see them anymore, and then it pops up.
Yeah. So let's go see the Obras, right? I'm going to search for that one.
Yeah.
Because that was another really interesting lot. Okay, so this is lot 337, 15 bids, all the way up to 12,000 pounds.
Yeah. Nice, huh?
That is another example of just something that's seeing it in person, which one can do, right? They can, if they're in London, go inspect the lots.
Yeah.
Gave me a completely different appreciation for this than I had, just looking at the photographs.
Rather to see it live. That's with everything.
We've got 30 bids, a few minutes left, and it just jumped again.
And up,
now it's at 14,000 pounds.
Of course, you want it. If you want it, then you have to Yeah.
I've been sitting there hitting refresh. Let's refresh this one more time, see what's happening. Another 1,000 pounds. So if we click into the bids, we can see we've got, what, 4 or 5 different people all bidding simultaneously on this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But this is an interesting example in that, you know, the first bid was only 2 days ago for 5,000 pounds. So again, if I would, you know, this goes to the suspense of putting your lots up for auction. I mean, especially for someone like me, a first time, you know, seller, you know, to think that, well, no one's really interested in this. And, you know, here in the last 2 days, really in the last, I mean, all of the activity, you know, has really been in the last day, the last 24 hours.
That's the fun of bidding, huh?
We went from, you know, just 6,500 pounds now to well over 13,000. Okay, let's refresh this one more time. So here we are at last minute. It's jumped again, another 1,000 pounds. So it's 30 more seconds now, right? Because every bid in the last minute, 30 more seconds, another 500 pounds. I mean, this is, I mean, I never would have imagined, right, that these would, you know, be going for, auction just ended. Look at that. We've got, I bet you, some really excited connoisseur on the other side of this computer that is, I'm sure, celebrating adding what is a magnificent example of the unique work that Habanos is producing.
If you want quality and you want stunning cigars, then buy this.
That's really exciting. Okay, let's look at the next one. So let's check the Davidoff Chateau Margaux. Lot 339. Look at this. 25 bids and a lot of activity. This is, again, got a few minutes left.
Yeah, but that's something everybody wants.
I mean, the Davidoff, you know, Chateau series
is
one of the most collectible, right?
Yeah, and they're so nice. They're pearls, huh?
Really. Yeah. 1 minute left.
Yeah.
I mean, at this level, I really feel that it must be chasing something special, right? It's not merely, you know, a cigar to smoke on a random Wednesday afternoon. I mean, this is something that someone has probably been seeking out for a long time.
If you want a cigar like this, then it's like preparing a marriage, huh? It takes time. It takes, the more the date comes in view, then you are more and more excited, huh?
Speaking of special cigars, that Indian regional, the Platino, I mean,
that's the only one who was made, huh? Of 1,000 boxes and in the world. Can you imagine?
I've never seen it. I mean, I can't imagine there's more than 200 boxes left. I mean, because that regional was, what, 2010, you were saying?
Yeah,
so over 15 years? And if it's an exceptional cigar, it's hard not to smoke them.
It's a very nice cigar.
Is this an example of a lot that could surprise the seller, right? Because the estimate on this one is 650 to 750 pounds. It's something that I would imagine doesn't come up for auction often, so there's really no market price. And here we are, a few minutes left, and it's well over several thousand pounds. But this is such an example of kind of a unicorn in some ways. I mean, it's the only regional that India has ever done. Yeah. Right? So
if you collect cigars, regionales, and you're a cigar lover, then you have to have this box.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, an example for me, kind of from my journey, is the Edmundo Dante Conde 54 was the Mexican regional, the second edition that Max Gutman did. It was the cigar that I smoked in 2011 on New Year's Eve that changed everything for me. I mean, it really, I credit that specific cigar with catalyzing my passion for cigars. The next day was New Year's was on a Saturday, right? New Year's Eve. So Sunday, the shop was closed. We were flying out early on Monday. I sent my father-in-law back Monday morning.
To collect the box.
I said, go back to the shop and buy a box. Yeah. He goes back, there's 4 sticks. And that was all they had left.
Oh my God.
So I said, buy those 4 sticks, right? I've since smoked them. Again, not realizing just how rare they were.
Pressure.
And so now that's an example of a cigar that if I want to relive that moment, right, I can only find it in an auction.
Yeah, you don't find it in the shop.
But that but then the Edmundo Dante Belicosos, which was the 3rd edition that they did, I made sure not to make that mistake. I bought 5 boxes of 10. But this Indian regional, there's never been a 2nd edition for someone to correct that mistake.
this one is bidding also on the Davidoffs.
It was, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you see.
Some of these names I recognize more than once.
You see it.
You know, again, the beauty of an online auction versus an in-person auction is that people from literally all around the world can bid.
That's good. They all have access, huh? And otherwise, you don't have the time, or you live in another time zone or whatever. And here you have, you can shop whenever you want.
Yeah, this is, well, not whenever you want. You've got to be there for those final few minutes.
But I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes, but this is, wow, look at that. I mean, this one, I think, really surprises me.
It's a beautiful cigar.
I have to say, really thrilling to kind of be here, you know, seeing these lots finish.
The live version of it.
And I can really, you know, I could imagine myself, you know, whenever I'm back in Texas in exile, as I describe, you know, sitting in front of my computer, lighting a nice long cigar, and even if I'm not bidding, just sitting there and watch these lots close. I mean, that in and of itself is better than any sports game.
But if you're not buying, then it makes you sad also.
Well, but it's still fun to watch.
Maybe you will never discover this beautiful cigar. And if you're buying yourself or you're bidding yourself, then maybe it will be your box, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? As someone that is, you know, really just beginning my journey, I think that, you know, even just watching the auctions finish, even though you're not bidding, allows one to begin developing a sensibility of the value of these vintage cigars.
Yeah, of course.
And so, you know, again, you know, this is a cigar that, you know, I've never seen. And, you know, who knows, maybe, you know, I'm in a lounge somewhere around the world and they have these, and, you know, these 25 have gone for, you know, almost, several £100 a stick. And maybe it's, you know, for sale, you know, as a single stick somewhere, you know, and I look at that
for you.
And I say it's a bargain.
Yeah.
You know, this, I imagine, is a lot like bidding for art, you know, seeking out, you know, those rare masters that only come up for auction occasionally.
Yeah.
But also, you know, finding maybe the overlooked master that is truly great. And who knows, maybe in a few years, you know, a box like this is only going to continue to increase in value. It'll only become increasingly rare as people smoke through those. So let's check the Cohiba Travel Humidor. I mean, similar to the Selection Obles or Obles Selection. This is, again, a unique piece, only available in the travel retail store shops.
Very hard to find.
Just jumped again.
Yeah. If you take out one stick, then it's ruined for me.
Yeah.
So.
Is this something that you would buy just to present or to have as a display item in your humidor?
Yeah, because it's something it's not like a box, you know. It's like, it's a humidor already. So you can expose it in your humidor, in your work humidor, or to show it to people. It's different than a box. If you have a box of a cabinet, you take out one stick, it will not change the box.
Yeah.
But here, if you take out one,
And it is a beautiful presentation. I mean, the way that it goes from, you know, light to dark. And decreasing size of the vitola. I mean, it's something that Habanos does so well, which is the presentation of their cigars.
The marketing is always nice. They know how to do it.
They really do.
Yeah. And it's, you see, the brand was created after the 66 because there is a modern touch in it. Trinidad and Cohiba, they are different than the other ones. The other ones are legacy. You see, they are old brands and they are, you know.
Predate the revolution.
Yeah.
Well.
But it's Cohiba.
Someone really wanted this.
Yeah.
Shall we check the Bolivar humidor next? Look at this. I mean, this is where you really see some of these humidors as true museum pieces. Something like this could never be spoken, I would imagine. I mean, certainly not. It's one of one, signed by Fidel Castro, celebrating, you know, not just any milestone birthday, but the 100th anniversary of Bolivar.
Yeah. We're back on the gala now.
Yeah. Well, this year is 125, right? For Bolivar. Already, you know, well over its reserve of 35,000 pounds. And again, just right now, we're seeing the activity. I mean, this is an interesting lot because, you know, there was almost no bidding activity until just right now,
Yeah,
the
but
last few minutes.
it's a masterpiece of the whole auction. So people are waiting and looking what other does, and then
Not wanting to signal.
no, because if you start a bit too early, then the price go up and up and up. And if
Yeah.
I would bid on this, I would wait. You have to have the live around it, but yeah, you will see. It will jump again.
This is exciting. Wow. I mean, we've got, again, we're down to the last minute, and every 30 seconds, it's jumping
Now,
and extending.
if you want it, then now it's the time to bid, huh? If you want to have it, it's pushing, 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 and
just bumped one more minute, but that's the last extension. It's everyone's final
1 minute.
notice, and so
then-
this is it.
yeah.
Okay, 60 seconds. We're going to see what this goes for.
Who will be the
It's
winner?
jumping. I mean, and I guess everyone is probably, counting down and putting in their final bid in
Of
those
course.
last 5 seconds.
Sweating,
That's a lot of pressure.
Jumping.
I don't know if I could do
pushing.
that. Oh my goodness. And
Yeah,
this is, again, this is an auction. I mean, you've got to be aggressive. I mean, I'm nervous watching this, and I'm not even bidding. I mean, this is entertainment, right? It's really, it's like I'm sitting on the edge of my chair just.
Yeah, too.
And this is, I look at that. Wow. I mean, who would have imagined? I mean, that is a significant sum of money for this humidor.
But
And-
if you want it,
But if you want it, I mean, but looking at this, I mean, again, this
it's like
humidor,
hunting.
I mean, whoever just won this, I mean, they truly
Who's
won
the lucky
a
one? Huh?
masterpiece.
Yeah.
And, even here, it's still a bargain compared to what the auction humidors are going for now.
Today, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
now you'd be looking at, millions
Million.
of pounds.
yeah.
And, this is, I would say, even more a piece of history than something you're finding at a current Habanos gala dinner auction.
Yeah, it's really something. Yeah, I don't have words for it.
Unbelievable. Wow. I mean,
There is one lucky man on this world today.
well, there's 2 people celebrating,
Yeah.
anonymously around the world.
The seller and the buyer. 2 people happy.
Wow. Okay, well, this is
9 bids.
this is the moment of suspense. Let's look at my first lot, 360, the El Rey de Mundo Penateles Largas, and we're already over 10 bids,
Yeah.
over 1,000 pounds, and this is something that, I expected, to go for not significantly more than the estimate. I mean, that's kind of where I had settled myself,
No, you will see.
mentally.
El Rey de Mundo is a marvelous cigar to start. It's an old brand. It was a brand who in quality is like a Coiba. Before Coiba, that was the brand who was the pearl, the rolls of the cigars. So you can imagine people who wants this.
And this is, I think, one of the interesting elements of this cigar auction is that, through the listing process, I learned more about this than I had known previously. I mean, Louise was able to really bring the story of these cigars to life. for
Alive
me.
again. Eh? So yeah.
And it's a beautiful Vitola. I mean, this is, the same Vitola as the Monte Carlo is one of my favorites. Yeah. And as special as this is, I think that I'm going to, invest whatever this brings directly into Monte Carlos. Hard to find.
Yeah.
I'm going to be twisting arms. Look at it, jumped again. Oh, this is...
Too much for you.
It's a little nerve-wracking. I mean, I have to admit, it's a little bit difficult to give these up.
Yeah.
Right? Because I still remember, collecting these in Paris, from a friend's father that passed away, like you said. And, I was, the tobacco gods blessed me with this incredible collection. Jumped again.
Don't jump out of the
I know.
seat, eh?
Nope, there we go. It just finished. Oh, let's see who won.
Yeah.
Shall we see? I mean, we
Shall
won't
we
know
see?
too much about them. I should include a note in the humidor that says, if we're ever in the same city, I'd love to share one with him.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. Lucky gentleman. Bid several times.
Yeah.
Over 5 different bids on this from the winning.
So he wants
Yeah, he
really,
really wanted
those
them.
cigars. Eh?
I never would have suspected that.
You're not the only one in the world who likes them. Huh?
Well, I mean-
Here you see.
I've never seen them in a cigar shop. I mean, this is such an interesting example that, I would think that it was the double Coronas, the big cigars, the cabinets of 50, that really demand, the high prices. But this is a box of 25, really modest cigars. slender. I mean,
But
you know,
in
beautiful
that time
and
lab,
elegant.
it was elegant to have a nice cigar, long, small, elegant. And then with the 90s and the years of 2000, then it started the bigger vitolas. So yeah, it's in that time it was the cigar. The vitola
Yeah.
had to be like this.
And it's funny though, because those cigars have really, you know, they fell out of vogue, you know, in the turn of the century, you know, the early 2000s, we started seeing these massive ring gauge cigars. I mean, Habanos doesn't produce really anything like this. I mean, there's 2 or 3 vitolas in the entire portfolio that have that same 32 ring gauge, nice, long, and slender.
But the nice long cigars, it's more difficult to roll them than the big vitola. Can you imagine the pressure that you have to put on the trip to create this elegant cigar? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And you can not push too hard because then you cannot smoke them.
Yeah. And you have to have these long leaves, right?
Yeah,
but then
the
just
nice.
a small. Wow.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm overjoyed with how those performed. It was more than I expected.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. I won't be taking that money home and spending it on anything other than
cigars, of course.
Okay, let's check that last lot. Punch Roll Selection number 11, lot 399. The second of the 2 lots that I submitted for this auction. You know, I love these wooden cabinets. I mean, you know, a box of 25 cigars, amazing, but a cabinet of 25 cigars, even better. Only topped by a cabinet of 50, but those are exceptionally rare. And this, again, speaking of provenance, purchased by Gerard, the famous shop in Switzerland.
The sticker on it and
it has its stamp.
Yeah.
And not just a stamp, but a wax seal. Over 15 bids. We're down to the last minute. This is
somebody wants those.
Let's see who's bidding.
Yeah.
So this
other
gentleman.
People, you see?
Yep, that's a name I recognize. You know, from some of the other bids.
Yeah.
We have our highest bid right now. Look at this other gentleman, Lusitania. We know he loves cigars.
Oh yeah.
Last minute, it's jumped again. You know,
don't have a heart attack.
I know. There we are, last 30 seconds. 23, 22, 21. Ooh, jumped again. Wow, I mean, there's a lot of activity right here.
Huh?
There we go. Wow. Look at that. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, there's very few boxes of cigars I have in my humidor that cost more than those just went. I mean, net proceeds from this auction, I mean, it's over half of what I paid for the entire collection. And I still have, I think, 30 more boxes, you know, left that haven't even been touched. This is, again, what's exciting about...
So come and see me again with your box.
Yes, well, we'll have to drip them out. But I have to say, you know, Luis is, I think, intimidated me a little bit because he has such a high standard and such a fine-tooth comb that, you know, I was really quite surprised by some of the other lots that he said that didn't meet the standard.
That's why an auction is so interesting, because you never know in advance what it will give at the end.
Yeah.
So it's,
I guess regrettably, I have to admit that there's no special privilege or special favors because, you know, again, the one box was rejected because of that tobacco beetle. I mean, that cigar easily could have been taken out, right? But, you know, wasn't even considered. And, you know, there were 2 or 3 other boxes that I thought looked fantastic, but again, he wasn't completely comfortable with knowing exactly where they came from, what shop they were purchased at.
You can only offer the best of the best. It's your reputation. It's all about trust and...
And I tried to twist arms.
No.
Oh, well, this is thrilling. I mean, again, live auction, right? I mean, you can watch it in real time and sit there and just see...
It's like doing sport.
607 lots. I mean, there's something for everyone. Some of these lots going for under 1,000 pounds. And then we've got that Bolivar Centennial Humidor going for, you know, tens of thousands of pounds. I mean, goes to show you just the incredible range of value that you find within Cuban tobacco.
Young, old,
a
lot of money, less money. Everybody finds something.
Who knows? Maybe next time I bid.
Of course.
I bid.
Yeah, why not?
Dominique, thank you so much. I mean, this has been an incredible journey and glimpse into, really what is one of the hidden worlds of tobacco.
Behind the cigar.
Right, of seeing the work that goes in to acquiring these humidors for auction, of evaluating them, inspecting them, assembling, the catalog, which in and of itself tells a story.
Yeah.
And then to see these come alive, right? To see the energy and the enthusiasm of the bidders, right? Bidding multiple times, all that energy in the last minute.
Yeah.
Is even more thrilling than I expected.
It's normal.
And I think of all the, the happy buyers, right? Sending these cigars off. They know for certain someplace special. And all of these very excited winners that now have these incredible vintage cigars that they'll soon be adding to their humidors.
Yeah. It's a special day for everyone, for the one who sold those cigars and the one who buys the cigars. So you must imagine all over the world there are now people happy.
Yeah, it's Christmas time.
Yeah, it's Christmas time for something. Huh?
Dominique, thank you so much. I've enjoyed this even more than I could have expected. Thank you for allowing me this rare privilege to open the curtain, the glimpse behind the scenes of what goes into this, and then to sit here with you, to see these auctions come to close, and to have you experience with me this moment, this first experience of submitting cigars for auction.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, they're gone, headed off to their new owners. I'm sad to see them leave, but there's a thrill in knowing they'll be treasured, perhaps resting in a humidor in Dubai or Hong Kong, or even a cigar lounge like here at the Emery, waiting for a special celebration or a quiet moment. Out of 609 lots, 2 of them carried my story, and watching the world fight for them, seeing the bids climb, told me something I'll never forget. These weren't just cigars to me. They never were. They were chapters. From the dedication of the team behind the scenes to the meticulous authentication process and the collectors who truly understand and value the craft, this is, without question, the greatest cigar auction out there. It's more than selling cigars. It's passing along a story, a lifetime of collecting, and sending each lot out into the world to be cherished by people who truly respect the legacy of Cuban tobacco. As I watch them go, I feel a quiet pride and deep gratitude, knowing that these cigars will carry their own stories forward, and I'll never forget this day or everyone who made it so extraordinary.